Welcome to the Class Business Podcast. Today I'm joined by Felicity, the co-owner of Petite Street Play Village and a certified business strategist. Having built her own immersive play venue from the ground up, she now supports providers to refine their offers, strengthen their marketing, and build predictable income in a way that supports family life. Today we're diving into why she chose to become a children's activity business strategist and how she's applying it to her business right now. So excited to have Felicity here. So let's dive into the conversation. Felicity, it's amazing to have you here with us today. For everyone that's listening or watching, tell everyone who you are, what do you do, and where do you do it?
Hi there. So I'm Felicity. I am based in South Leicestershire and I run a children's role play village. I co-own it with my friend and we built Petite Street Play Village.
And you came into the business, it's in its fourth year or third year?
It's coming up to its fourth year, yeah.
And what were you doing before that?
So I've always worked in early years. I was childminding from home before that, full-time while my children were younger. But yeah, as I said, I've always worked in early years. So I've done sort of nurseries, nannying, all of that, everything you can think of with little ones.
So what sparked your interest about setting up Petite Street? Like, where did the concept come from, the idea come from?
So with the childminding, I feel like everybody's always got the thing that they really love when it comes to early years. So, you know, you've got those who like the messy play and those that really like to understand the ins and outs of why children play the way they do. For me, it was always the imaginative play and the role play. I used to love setting up, and for my own children as well, not just childminding children, but, you know, like a little shop or the cafe area or whatever it might be. I used to love setting all those little bits up for them. And then I just one day, it's through COVID really, I had a lot of time to think about things going forward. And I knew that there was a gap in the market. There was nothing like that around. It was then a fairly new concept, children's role play villages. And nationally, there wasn't that many around. And I just saw the gap in the market and thought, why not bring this to Leicestershire?
And did you start off as mobile, like just going into different places? So you've got your own premises. So how did you find your premises?
With great difficulty. I would say it was probably the hardest thing about setting up is finding premises that is suitable for, you know, the space you need, the layout, from a parent point of view, like the site with parking and things like that. There's so much to consider. It took a good 18 months for us to find the venue that we have now. And although we love it, it's still not the most ideal venue, but it ticked all the boxes. But I think we could have gone on forever searching for the right premises. So we've made what we can with the space. But yeah, it was definitely the hardest part was finding a suitable venue.
Wow, for 18 months. So what were you doing in that 18 months then? Like, apart from looking for the venue, were you working on other things for the business or?
Yes, so slowly behind the scenes. I think we couldn't really, well, I probably could have done knowing what I know now. So I had no experience of building a business, that kind of business. Obviously, running a childminding business is nothing like it at all. So I could have been building things in the background, but we weren't really, because we were waiting to find the venue. And then once we found the venue, it was like quite like a big scramble really. But if I'd have known then what I know now, I would have been more organised and put more things into place and been more prepared.
Well, I think you did a pretty good job, like with what you've got. So how did your branding and everything come about? Because obviously I really like your branding and I feel like your brand is very different to other activities out there, because explain to everyone, like, what is the feel, what is the look of the brand?
So I wanted it to be always bright and colourful so that it would stand out. It's quite unique, I guess. So with the colours and things we chose, we go along with that. I didn't know much about branding either when we first started. So it was very much winging it, like design a logo and then let's just go. But obviously since opening and working with you and learning all the things I've learned, we've learned so much more. Like there's so much more to branding than just the colour palette and the logo. So obviously family friendly, connection. We wanted it to be all around connection, and for parents to spend some quality time with their children without screens.
I know, but also the equipment that you use as well is very unique as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so everything we don't use, obviously it's all aesthetically quite pleasing, but we still use sort of realistic things, so plastic and things like that. We use a lot of wooden toys that are, it's got to be as realistic as possible. So I spend a lot of time sort of researching, making sure that what we're buying is actually what we want it to be. So but yeah, there's still the idea of, so going into the supermarket, you don't get like a wooden bag of peas in the supermarket, do you? So things like that, we spend a lot of time getting like either handmade things or just really good quality toys. So
yeah, so I would say, you pay a lot of attention to detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looked like you said, and it is realistic. It's high quality toys, high quality experience, and I think that's reflected in the branding that you've put together. You and Claire have put together over that time. And okay, so let's just go back to you starting out in business. You and Claire opened the doors up. How did you market? Like, what did you do to get the business going? Like, how to get the name out there?
Literally just use social media,
right?
Because that is all really that I just honestly thought that would, and actually to be fair, it was amazing for us in the beginning because the power of social media is amazing. So it spread like wildfire in the first few weeks. Again, knowing what I know now, I would have done it differently. But I didn't have any sort of launch experience or marketing experience. So we just put it out on social media, use the power of the people to spread the word. And I think we shot to like 3,000 followers within a week.
Oh, wow.
It was really, it was a really rapid growth. So we got the word out there quite quickly. And that was it. That was literally it. Facebook and Instagram.
So obviously after the initial, woohoo, we've got new place to go to, etc., then I assume the hard work comes in terms of how you keep people coming back.
Yeah.
Like how you keep customers coming back. So walk us through like your business growth in the last couple of years. Like what have you had to learn to put in place to, keep people coming back for more?
So, oh my gosh, I don't know where to start. Like we were busy for the first few months and then it kind of tailed off and plateaued. So we just went along with it for a little bit because we were like, well, maybe this is just how business is. It's our first year. We don't know. This might be the pattern of this, this kind of business. But then it like slowly was still declining and we weren't really building. We definitely weren't really retaining customers. So email marketing was the first thing that I learned about and focused on, about creating sort of a lead magnet and that email for customer retention really. And then advertising was another thing. We tried various different things, like door-to-door leaflet drops, the community booklets. Sorry.
Didn't we come across each other? I'm sure you sent me a WhatsApp and you read my book or listened to my podcast. It was one of the other.
Both.
Both, right.
Yeah. You'd popped up on it must have been Facebook, maybe it must have been an advert. And you popped up, and then I listened to the podcast, bought your book, read the book, and then I said it to you before, and then you were just everywhere, all over my socials. And then I sent you a WhatsApp.
Yeah, and because I remember that, and then because at the time, you were very not timid, but very conscientious, because you came to me and you were like, I've been listening to your podcast, I've been getting your book, and because you were thinking about joining the Market Like a Pop Star program, weren't you?
Yeah.
So, and obviously you came and did that with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember that we did that, and that was a game changer for you, because we got your systems in place, and we did the 1K in 7-day challenge.
Yeah.
Because we were working on your summer passes.
That's right, yeah.
Yes, so we wanted to get more people in. So basically, over the last 2 years, you've done a lot of self-development, self-learning, and then...
Huge amounts, yeah. Huge amounts. I actually do feel like a totally different business person now to then. Because now I look back, I was totally clueless to it. And it was just all winging it. And never knew that there was, all of these different aspects that you need to be looking at and focusing on to actually move your business forward.
Yeah, and you're not the only one, though. That's on the whole. Lots of people set up and they have to figure it out on their own. Like, that's just... I certainly what I did, 14 years ago, was here's a franchise. It got handed over to me. I had no clue. I had no clue about franchising or anything. I just had to figure it out myself by trial and error. And so we're in a fortunate position now that there are more people out there who are willing to help. And obviously, you got results, because I know you've got results every single time that you've done work with us. So when the Strategist course came up last year, when I said to everyone I wanted to build a team, lead with impact, get more, basically what you've just said, get business support and advice more accessible at a local level, so people are not feeling like what you were feeling like. Yeah. What sparked your interest about doing the course?
I think, like you've just said, I know how heavy it is to launch and then maintain running the children's activity business. And if there had been that help there and that little bit of guidance, I think things could have been a lot different for us, and perhaps we would have grown, not necessarily faster, but just in a better way, more sustainable, from a family life point of view as well. It was hard work, because I was just all over the place. There was no system. It was kind of like just juggling all the balls all the time, and being quite reactive to everything. And so knowing if I'd have had that support and how it would have helped us, I just would like to be able to do that for somebody else.
Right, for sure. No, you've just literally described the vlog I've just recorded, where I was just like, the juggling.
Juggling is real.
It's real, and that's what providers are doing every single day, and that's the problem, isn't it? And so the course is 9 weeks long. There was homework every week. And I know that you were really good. You got all your homework done. And then we did the case study at the end, which is to show you applied learning. what did you take from the course that you've implemented into your business now? And obviously, I know you've done a little bit of one-to-one work on my behalf for club members. So what did you take from those 9 weeks?
So I think I've definitely implemented a lot into my own business, with sort of, you break it down with the impact scale, and I've been able to kind of sort of segment things into different areas and plan better, which I wasn't very good at before. Like I've just said, it was like a bit of everything all the time. So I'd flip from one thing to the other every day and actually not really get anywhere. So that helped me to kind of break things down a little bit and focus on things that needed focusing on. I think seeing businesses through more of a strategic lens rather than just operational. Again, because it's like having an insider's point of view, isn't it? I think. But it's also sort of an outsider's point of view. Sometimes you just need someone from the outside to say to you, actually, why are you doing that? Or why don't you try this? That kind of thing. And like I said before, I think I've become more intentional rather than reactive. And I've been able to apply that to Petite Street Play Village as well. Understanding about, the offers, the pricing, the retention strategy, the marketing, how it all links together. And actually, you can't really do one without the other. So I've taken lots and put it into my own business, and also learned lots as well, lots of new things.
That's brilliant. So good that you've done it. And I know you took loads of action, because for you, I know it's all been about strengthening the brand, strengthening the offers. We were chatting, weren't we, earlier this week, where you're now creating more events in the business as a lead magnet to bring people in, to bring them through to the regular sessions, to make it sticky so we can keep people coming back for more. And I think it's like you just said, it's like having the strategy in place to be intentional instead of being reactive. And I was chatting with Kelly as well earlier, and she was saying, like, just even like posting with purpose instead of just posting for the sake of it. Like it does just all link up. Like, and if you can get that right, it just becomes a flywheel, and you just continue to compound on each area. Which is why I love the framework, because I know it works, and I've implemented it in lots of people's businesses. So this year for you, who are the types of people that you would love to help? What providers would you love to help in 2026?
Well, any children's activity business, really. But obviously, I've got a real passion for the role play villages. And so I think I would quite like to niche into that, because I've been there and done it, and I know what to do. I think I can give quite a lot of guidance on that. So I think I'd like to focus on children's activity businesses in general, but with a niche of indoor role play villages and immersive play spaces as well.
Yeah, for sure, because you have done it all. And the other thing I was going to mention as well is the time when you were like, not growing the business, but surviving in the business, you had to take extra pressure, because I assume you signed a lease for your building. And so there's no like, oh, I'm just going to cancel my village hall booking. Like we're in a lease for like, how many years, money's due. And so I expect you had that pressure on you as well to
absolutely
generate revenue.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is pressure. It also, it probably drives me a little bit more. I know it definitely does Claire as well. We've got to do it, because we've got to pay that rent on that lease, and we can't get out next week. So Yeah. And, also we want it to work. So some things need to change. You need to put things in place. And they don't always have an immediate, so you don't see the benefits immediately.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent with that. And I've definitely learned that consistency actually does get the results.
Oh, for sure. I say that all the time, like 3 to 6 months marketing with consistent messaging to the right people, then you'll get results. And the problem is people think they get instant results, and they don't.
Yeah.
It takes time to compound over that long period of time. Hence why, you get a lot of people going out of business in the first year because they didn't wait around to see the success. So for anyone that's thinking about becoming a strategist in the second cohort that we're running, what would you say to them?
I think if they enjoy helping others and they understand the sector, then they should definitely go for it, because they all know how it felt when they first launched, and how hard it can be and how lonely it can be as well. I really love learning all the new stuff, like the behind the scenes stuff. So I would say just go for it. It helps build confidence, clarity. It opens a door to impact beyond your own business, because you can, you help other people and build a community as well at the same time. It's nice to have, to know that there's others out there that you can help, and that they're in the same boat that you've been in.
Yeah, and it's vice versa, isn't it? Like there'll be stuff maybe other people are doing and that you can learn from. And I think that's one of the great thing about the cohorts when we brought them on board. We had franchisors, franchisees, independents all doing it, and everyone was really collaborative and helping, and helped answering questions and stuff. So it was good because it was lots of different points of views.
Yeah, I think it's fresh eyes on things, isn't it? Fresh eyes, fresh ideas, different points of view. You can see it from lots of different perspectives, and that's not always a bad thing.
No, not at all. Oh, well, Felicity, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us all about your business journey. I am pretty confident that you will be continuing that journey for the next few years at least. Thank you so much for your time. If anyone wants to connect with Felicity, her details will be in this video. Go and connect with her if you're looking to grow your role play village business, or if the immersive play businesses, she'll definitely be able to help you. But it's been great, and thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you for having me.